gold dragon body, well, one can become transparent, as Khan does, or one can emanate the light.
Basically, we're talking about materialization and dematerialization.
Now, gold dragon body, which you convert matter into energy back into matter, is equal to the returnable rainbow body of Tibet, which Khan, the lady who serves him tea, came knock on the door, says, "Khan-san, I have your tea." And she kind of also, he's kind of sitting in a chair. We have pictures of this. And she kind of got shocked. She screamed. And Khan looked at her and says, "Here, take the camera, take my pictures." And she sat there and just kept doing this on his old cell phone. And it shows him becoming transparent. A blinding door opens up, and he turns into pure light and walks through it.
Wow.
And he was gone for a little bit, and she's there waiting. The door opens up, and he comes out, converts back into physical form. And she goes, "I'm glad you're back. How's your journey?" And didn't realize that people outside the building saw the door outside. He's on the second floor, in mid. And the people downstairs, he came back. A lot of people were sitting in the room waiting for his return.
Wow.
And can you explain the concept of gold dragon body?
カンさんにとってのゴールデンドラゴンボディについてコンセプトを語ってもらえますか？
まず自分という存在は体ではないんだということ、これがはっきり理解できたということですね。
This practice taught him that himself is nothing to do with the physical body.
それから本当の意味で主体と対象で成り立ってたのが以前の生きる感覚だったんですけれども、完全にその自分と主体ってものは実はなくて、本当に全部は一つなんだということ、そして言葉ではもう到底語ることのできないエネルギーとしか表現できないですけどね、エネルギーっていうものが、全てなんだということですね。
First of all, he feels like everything's energy, and also before his practices, he always thought he exists. Also, there is an object, always relationships around his life. But now, he feels like a strong connection with everything you can see, you can think of. It's basically he feels oneness now.
今エネルギーって言ったけれども、エネルギーすらないというか、エネルギーをエネルギーたらしめてる、表現難しいですけどね。もうエネルギーをエネルギーたらしめてる、もうエネルギーですらないもの、なんかそれが全てなんだという感じですね。
So I said energy, but actually it's very hard to describe. But how can I say? It's energy, but it's not energy. 何か他の表現方法ありますか？
まあなんていうかな、まあそうですね、エナジーレスエナジーとでも言うか、なんというか、まあちょっと表現がわからないですね。
Yeah, it's very hard to describe what it is, but yeah.
物質的なエネルギーっていうのも物質じゃないエネルギーが支えてるというような感じだから、エネルギーですらないっていうエネルギー。
I see. So energy created by a substance is supported by energy created from nothing. Maybe that's what it is.
To get the gold dragon body, in which the body changed from mass to energy, the light body, the diamond body, the immortal body, the radiant body in different traditions, while still alive. Now, there's equivalent to it in Tibet called the rainbow body. Now, when a person attains, say, the gold dragon body, rainbow body, that takes a tremendous amount of power to really open up the molecular structure of the body. And so what happens is that when that power comes out, it allows the matter to convert into energy.
That day, they made him the head of the temple in the Himalayas of the Kunlun Mountain Temple, the oldest temple in Kunlun.
Wow.
And a lot of masters go to see him from Japan, China, Indonesia, from all over. He's, he looks like a big bear compared to me. Khan is like a big grizzly bear. Very, very small. I feel like a little cub compared to him. His family, we used to be the samurai that protected the emperor. That's his family lineage.
Yeah.
He's a when he opened up here so big, he's an amazing person. He's very heartfelt. He goes all the crazy places like Israel to teach and places I usually don't go. What are we doing wrong? Well, you're following somebody. When you follow somebody, you give your power away. It should only be you and nature. That's Tao. That's Tao. You're your own best teacher. Your best mantra is your own name. To you, but there should be no middleman. You should never follow. That's giving your power away.
Right.
You should always be you and nature, you and the Tao, the great mystery. No in-betweens. You don't need to follow. You don't need to have shaktipots.
What was your first experience with bilocating or teleportation?
これはある時に、一夜二度ではないので、ある体験を、言いますね。
はい。
ある時公園でくつろいでいました。
I had... どうぞどうぞ。
どうぞ。どうぞ。
I've had some, several experiences such as teleportation or bilocation. I'm going to start off with one experience where I was just sitting at a park.
そしたらば突如ですね、渦の中にボーンって入って、1秒か2秒後ですね、途端にものすごい冷たいと思ったんですよ。
And suddenly I realized and found myself stuck in a weird tornado, like a weird space. And I was stuck there for about a second or two, and I felt this instant coldness, really, really shivering experience. はい。
そして息を吸おうと思っても息が入ってこなくて、もうだからこれはやばいと思って、それをこう上の方にかき分けてバーっていったらば、それは実は雪の中に自分が埋もれていて、首だけ出して辺りを見回したら、もう辺りは一面銀世界。つまり全然雪のない地域から2秒で、だいたい2秒で雪の積もってる、世界というか北国にポンと飛んだんですね。
Wow. Okay. So I was sitting in a park and, I realized I was stuck in this whole tornado type of space and shivering, and I tried to inhale, but I could not get any air in. So I just tried to just paddle up. Maybe I was in water, I don't know. So I got my head out and realized that I was covered in snow. I just got my head out and saw the entire field just covered in white. It was snow. And realized then that I was in a normal, snowless environment, maybe just a park. And then in a second or two, I was in the midst of winter scenery.
その時はそれは突然起こったんで、それは初めての体験だったので、その時に一生懸命戻ろうとしたけど、どうやって戻るのかわからなくて、どうしても戻れなかったですね。だから結局それは電車で戻った。
Well, so this was my first experience of actually, experiencing teleportation or bilocation. And I had no idea, and I didn't know, because it just happened so suddenly that I couldn't control, how to get back or, really, think, calm down and think about what to do or how to get back. So I just took the train back.
So he's had other experiences with this?
こういった経験は他にもありましたか？
そうですね。例えば、旅館に泊まった った時にですね、旅館のソファー、旅館の部屋のソファーに座ってくつろいでたんですね。
I went to a ryokan, like a little Japanese inn, ryokan. So I went there and I was sitting in one of the couches. はい。
そしたら、中井さんってホテルレディーな人ですよね。
スマップの中井さんが。
旅館の女の人ね。
はい。
その人が入ってきて、部屋に入ってきて、お茶を入れに入ってきたんですね。はい、ようこそいらっしゃいませ、って感じで、お茶を入れに入ってきたんですね。
So I was sitting at the ryokan and the service lady, the waitress, or they call it nakai-san, the ladies that serve you at ryokan, she came inside my room to serve me some tea, just kind of welcoming me to the ryokan.
そしたらば、その女の人がもう突然びっくりして声を上げたんですね。
And then suddenly that lady, the Nakai-san, she just really suddenly just made a loud voice, just started screaming in shock and just surprised.
なぜかと言ったら彼女はお客さん体が透けてしまってるって言ったんです。
She exclaimed, "Oh my God, Mr. Sir, your body is starting to phase away. It's starting to be invisible. It's transparent."
そしたら僕もよく見たらあるところは透けていてあるところは残ってたりっていうちょっと消えかかってたんですね。
Then I looked at my own self, my own body, and I realized what she was talking about because part of me was starting to be kind of like transparent, and then part of me was still there.
でちょうどそのお茶を入れるテーブルの上にデジカメがあったので、ちょっとじゃあそのデジカメでちょっと撮ってみてって僕は言ったんです。
And then on the table where she was trying to serve me tea, I had my digital camera. So I had the lady, could you take a photo of me right now?
そしたら最初、彼女はもう体がすごい震えていたんだけれども、途中からもう気を取り直したようにバチバチもう何枚も撮ってました。
So, I mean, when I asked her to take a photo, she was still frightened, just like astonished of what was happening in my body. So she was actually shaking from the experience. She kind of, got back to reality, kind of like held herself together and just started to take photos of me with the digital camera.
本当にその写真は綺麗に僕が消えていく過程をちゃんと撮ってました。数枚にわたって消えていく過程が綺麗に写っていてきました。
And so, just looking at the photos afterwards, she was able to capture me kind of slowly disappearing and my body becoming transparent in each shot.
途中なんかはなんていうんだろう、幾何学模様になってこうエネルギーの柱みたいなのがあって幾何学模様になってそしてこう消えていくところ、そういうところが映ってました。
幾何学というと幾何学
っていうと雪の結晶みたいな
はい。
ああいうのがたくさん映って、でも体じゃなくてなんか柱みたいなのになって、そして雪の結晶みたいになって、そして白いパウダーみたいになって、で本当に何にも映ってない。
So in those photos where my body was starting to become transparent, some parts of my body were not real human figures anymore. Something that was looking like a force, like energy, like light energy, and it did not look like my body, but you could still see, part of me still there, and part of me starting to like kind of disappear. はい。13次元。
で、まあそういう次元にでその時間のない世界にしばしいて、ものすごいなんて言うんでしょう、あんまりちょっと言葉では言えないような体験になって、そしてまた再びこの3次元に体がまたこのような物質をまた集めて体に戻ってきて、またその旅館に体で現れた時にその女の人は正座をして待ってましたでそしたらこの世の次元ではたったの20分だったらしくてはい、だから20分間彼女は正座をして待ってたそしてお帰りなさい
Wow. So when I was in this 13th dimension, I did not, really feel the time or space. Didn't know the meaning of, how the time was passing and all that reality really. And it's really hard to express in words what was happening. But as I was starting to come back to the three-dimensional world and just coming back, forming my little snow crystal parts of my body and coming back to my human body, when I came back, I was back in the ryokan, and the lady that was serving me tea was sitting there, and with her legs, like legs crossed, not legs crossed, no yoga pose, but she was sitting there, and then she said in the three-dimensional world, and in our reality, it was only about 20 minutes, and then when I came back to my body, she said, "Okaegi nasai," meaning welcome back, welcome home.
Now, I have a picture here that was sent to me by Sun from Iseti. It was either James took this picture where Khan is sitting down, meditating, and his face is completely blurred out, almost in a cloud-like, and his body is fading, so you can see through his face. And everything else around is it's not out of focus. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience at James Gilliland where he started?
あの時はですね、チベットのメディテーション、チベットのやり方をちょっと、試みていて、やはり細胞を原子転換って電子とか原子ですよね。要するに細胞をより細かくというか、もう物質と物質じゃないものの際の世界まで変えていく、転換していくっていう、そういう瞑想をしてたんですよね。そしたらその時に、本当にもう細胞が全部変化して、体そのものが、体から抜けるんじゃなくて、体そのものがもう消えていく。そして自分の意識も本当に空になっていくっていう、そういう体験をした時ですね。
So that in that photo, I was actually trying to master the Tibet way of meditation, and with that, you try to getting deeper into yourself, but each part of your body, not the body itself as a whole, but each smaller, detailed, like cellulite portions of your body. And that's when you try to kind of break down your soul and your body into each little particles. And that was what was happening with that experience.